Knowing what your customers really want is critical to your success. If you know what your customers really want, they'll spend more money, stay more loyal, and they'll tell more stories about you, okay? And if you don't figure this out, if you confuse what your clients need with what your clients want, none of that magic will happen. And the worst part about it is, it will feel so frustrating to you because everything you do will feel like you're doing the right thing. Do you understand what I mean? Because what you're going to be doing is delivering what your clients need. And I'm telling you, that's not the same as what they want. So let's get into this. What do your clients want? They want to feel something. They want an experience that makes them feel respected, I'm going to use this word, and treasured. They don't want to feel like another transaction in your store or in your office, so that when you say to them, hey, thanks for the business, which is a terrible thing to say to somebody, by the way. Thank you for the business is like saying, thank you for helping me pay my bills. Thanks for helping me pay the rent in my store. Thanks for helping me pay my partner fees here at the firm. That's what thanks for your business means. What they want to feel is you saying, thanks for coming in. Thanks for trusting me. Thanks for this relationship. The difference between what customers need, which is a service, and what customers want is an experience. And if you watch my videos, and you should, you know already, well, there's a difference between service and experience. Service is what you do. And I'm willing to bet you're not the only business in your city that does what you do, right? Service is what you do. And all services compete on price. They're all commoditized. Experience is what your clients want. And that's a feeling. It's a feeling that makes them feel seen and safe and understood. Experience makes you think you're buying into something. Experience makes you feel like, you're not just another transaction. Experience from a business makes you feel like the business is a partner in your life and not a vendor. And I got to tell you, one of the sort of anecdotes that floats to my mind is a recent trip I had to my ski shop. And they're a whole case study on knowing what I want, and yet they still leave a lot of room for improvement. I'll video about them at some point in the future. But when I go in there, I don't feel like I'm buying skis or equipment. I feel like I'm buying progress. Okay, they are completely invested in my purchase and what it is I'm looking to accomplish for myself as, an amateur athlete. What do your clients want? They want to be treated with dignity. They want to go to a business where they feel like they're going home, where they feel like they're safe. Where they walk in and they feel like they can exhale, drop their shoulders a little bit. I'm here, okay? Think about that. That's what they want. And when you figure that out, things are going to change. Now, let me tell you how you make that happen. Well, the first thing is this whole idea of service and experience. This is a little practical advice for you. If you sit with a piece of paper and a pen and sketch out your client journey from before they interact, from when they're entering, when they're coming into your business, to when they're actually interacting with you or people on your team. So there's 3 places so far: before, entering, during the experience, and the last 2 are exiting, when they leave, and the final one is extending, when they reflect back on their trip, in my case, to the ski shop. What you want to do, very simple, is on each one of those 5 phases, just identify these 3 things. What are the 3 things that you do really, really well? And on each of those 5 phases, how could you do them a little wee bit better? This is how you shift up from delivering services to staging experiences, which is what your clients really want. All these 5 phases. Hey, what do we do so well? We're not goofing everything up here. What do we do well? How can we do it a little bit better? Here's the second one. Identify every single area. Same 5 phases. Identify all the areas where you're pretty sure that your client has to settle. It's like they don't really like it this way. It's not really as good as it could be, but what are you going to do? That's the way it is. We're just going to sort of ask them to tolerate that. How can you eliminate those little areas of friction? Okay? And the third one is my favorite one. Where is there an opportunity for a surprise? The other day when I was at that ski shop, I heard a number of people in the store say, oh yeah, it's the first real day of winter. Okay, and there's two parts to that. One is the weather. The second is the cold weather brings skiing to the front of our mind, and suddenly we all go to the ski store. We didn't want to go a week ago when it was still like lovely and nice, but the first day it was, metric here, -10, -12. All of a sudden, we're all thinking skiing. When we were in that store, I kept thinking, what an opportunity for the staff of the ski shop to be walking around handing out hot chocolate or stuff like that, or some kind of very, hot chocolate or maybe hot tea or some kind of fun sort of associated with a ski hill warm drink. Like, wouldn't that have been amazing to stage the store from, hey, welcome back to buy your stuff, to more of a ski chalet feel. So that's just a little thought I have. Okay, so if you want to so the first thing to get what your clients want is stop delivering services, start creating time that's meaningful and memorable for your clients. Okay, that's what they want. They want to go in and feel like they belong somewhere. They want to feel like their name is known, etc. So let's go to the second part. The second part is turn your staff into partners. Customer experience is a client experience problem. Full stop. If you want your clients to feel this amazing experience, this genuine interest in delighting them and mattering more to them, your existing staff has to feel the same way. Okay, you got to empower those people to take action, to make problems go away. You train them on products, you train them on services, you train them on processes and systems. This is all wonderful, but you got to train them on empathy, on communication, on taking a moment to ask a follow-up question, on looking for opportunities to be kind. That idea of a surprise, that doesn't happen with a person who's worried about being called in on the carpet from their employer, asking them, what the hell were you doing that for? Just don't worry about that stuff. Just get it done and get them out of here. They just want to be on their way. No, they don't. What they want is to feel like they matter. What they want is a memorable, meaningful experience, time with your business that makes them feel like they're a member. You see what I'm saying? Don't confuse what they need with what they want. They want to feel dignity. They want to feel respected. They want to feel known, seen, safe. They want an experience. An experience is not a service. Okay? An experience is staged. It's theater. And your client, your guest, your visitor, they're the star of the show and they don't even know. That's what they want. The second thing I told you is that you got to turn your employees into partners. You've got to empower them and explain, here's job one. Job one isn't making sure when this guy comes in that we get him the skis or the boots or the gloves or the underwear he's looking for and get him out of here. Job one is to make sure that when this guy gets here, he feels like he belongs here, like we're anticipating him, that we're waiting for him, that we recognize him. Okay, which brings me to number 3, which is know them. Okay, start paying attention. For a person to feel known, they got to be known, right? You need to know who your clients are. You have to start to use their name when you can. You should be turning your clients into members by reaching out to them and finding ways to benefit them that go beyond your products. Whenever you phone a client, every time you phone a client, it's to sell them something else. You're reinforcing the idea that they're a transaction. Whereas this ski shop I go to, just to stick with them, when I was in, I kind of secretly would like to own this ski business. Okay, that's why I think about it all the time. Okay, when I was in, I thought, I don't understand why they only let me come into the store once a year to spend money and then I disappear for basically 12 months. They should be participating in my off-season training. They should be connecting me with other clients that want to do the same ski trips I do. Can you imagine going to the ski shop sort of after hours to watch like a really cool slideshow on somebody's trip to Charlevoix and where they went skiing, or out in Western Canada, or wherever it might be, to hear all about their trip, the restaurants they ate in, the tips they have to share. Don't miss this restaurant. Here's a great way. Here's a great hotel. This is how close it is to the hill. Like all that insider stuff, right? In fact, jump on that. What an idea. Insider. That's what your clients want. That's what people who belong are, right? We're insiders. We know things about the business, about the experience, about the owner that other people don't, and we love to share that. Don't ever just be a place that people buy stuff from. Because if that's what you are, you're going to lose to the next person who comes along. And if it's not a person, it's an online service that's going to sell all that stuff for less than you. If you compete on price, you are begging to be beaten. Someone, something is always going to sell for less than you. And yet all the stats tell us people will pay more for something. According to the book, The Experience Economy, well, how much more? 103%. People will pay 103% more for an experience than they will a service. Let's just stay with downhill skiing. You can go to a beautiful resort and you can stay at a hostel, or you can stay at the Four Seasons. They're both a wonderful service. They have warm rooms, comfortable beds, bathrooms, and a restaurant. They both have the same service. They don't have the same experience. Make sure your experience is dialed in. Here's a little bit more advice for you. It's a bonus. Watch all my videos. I'm here to save you.